RTS Jackson was founded by a group of men who believed that the Bible was inerrant and inspired and infallible. RTS will always be grounded in the scriptures. And so you see that, for example, in SIBL, the Summer Institute of Biblical Languages.
Most of our students who come are terrified, particularly of learning some of the alien-looking languages like Hebrew. But what better place to learn about it than from the man who helped write the textbook that so many seminaries and universities use.
Miles, our dean, is our biblical languages professor. He's the guru. So not only do you have this individual who's completely obsessed with the languages, but he loves Jesus. It's really hard to find somebody who has both.
The Summer Institute of Biblical Languages is an 8-week intensive language instruction series every summer offered here at Reformed Theological Seminary in Jackson, Mississippi. The best environment for language instruction is intensive and immersive. We can make much more progress in those 8 weeks than you could over the course of 9 months during an academic year. At the end of those 8 weeks, you are prepared on your own to begin a life of translating and using God's Word.
The fact that you can take what would usually take 1 year and you take it in 8 weeks is just exceptional, because after that you have exegesis classes in the fall after summer. So it's a follow-up of what you already learned.
And what learning the original languages does is it takes you away from the familiarity of certain translations and gets you back into the text and what it's actually saying.
What I'm finding that as I learn the languages, it increases my confidence in what God's Word is saying.
Pedagogically, the best way to learn a language is through immersion. We want to immerse you in the original languages so that you can become an expert in the Bible.
One of the unique things about the Summer Institute for Biblical Languages is that it promotes intense community. It's like showing up for boot camp in military. You work hard every day together at something very difficult, and you can't do it on your own, so you bond to people around you and to be helped by them and to help them.
SIBL is the only way I could have learned a biblical language. You're not just learning to learn, you're actually learning in community. You build friends so fast. Within 6 or 7 weeks, you're all of a sudden talking to people that you just met, but you're talking to my brothers and sisters that you've known your whole life.
So the SIBL program is something that I really enjoy. Now, when I was going through it, it was a different story because it tested me to the max. And when you're learning something as challenging as languages, biblical languages, you need that encouraging voice, and you need that person that says, hey, you can do this too. And that's one thing that RTS Jackson has with Miles Van Pelt.
Of all the teaching I do, the 8 weeks every summer that we have the Summer Institute, they're my favorite. It's all the new students who come in and they're scared. And you see, in some sense, in their brains moving from dread to acceptance to pleasure and delight in those 8 weeks because of what they're getting through that hard work. The hard work is paying off and paying dividends, and you see the investment bearing fruit in their lives. So it's a very super practical thing. Like, I want people to be transformed by the power of God's Word, which is the gospel of Jesus Christ, and have that transform their lives in such a way and to such an effect that they can go out and do the same to others. And there's no better way than having an intimate knowledge of God's Word than by reading it in the original languages. You pick up the nuances, the subtleties, the idioms, the figures of speech that are alive and colorful and stick in your brain in a way that English translations never ever will for you.